This is really a branch stemming from the principle of duality, and duality is the principle behind all creation. Everything in creation is reduced to vibration, or the sounding of the word, and vibration is reduced to wavelengths, and wavelengths are created from the projection of purpose vibrating to create waves with a top and bottom creating up and down, light and dark, hot and cold, etc. All this duality reverberates down to our world, having correspondences appearing such as yes and no. Because all the yeses and nos are not always apparent, two people will often see the same subject with a much different view. The one who sees the most yeses and nos will be closer to the core truth, whereas the one who overlooks or denies their existence will get caught in illusion that will cause him to miss the mark. The seasoned seeker will find the duality in all things. He must find the black and white, the yes and no, if he wants to uncover the full truth of all things. Each part of this duality is like a piece of the puzzle of our existence. The more pieces he can find and place together, the clearer will be the picture of the whole. The beginning of our existence in this universe began with this yes or no. The life of God asked itself whether it wanted to be or not to be. That was the question. It decided yes, it wanted to be. Each of us existed as points of light in divine space, and we responded yes or no as to whether to be or not to be. We have been responding with yes or no ever since, as at the core of our being lies the principle of decision and the power behind it. Our progression is accelerated each time we answer yes or no. Some of these decisions are baby steps and some are big steps, but they are all steps. And there is no other way to move forward on the path of advancement than taking steps through decisions based on yes and no. Many are the temptations that can lead us away from yes and no. Why? Because we humans are lazy and seek the easy path. A yes or no decision requires effort, such as 1. Any yes or no response requires thought before it is given. Many seek to avoid anything that requires additional thinking. 2. Justifying the yes or no requires judgment, which takes even more effort that human nature tries to avoid. 3. A yes or no often requires labor or effort extended after the decision. Humans seek to avoid extra labor. 4. A yes or no often leads to more decisions or thinking to follow which the person does not want to consider or face. Let us pick a subject such as whether God exists. Some have never answered yes or no on this but have just adopted the belief of their parents or group and have run with it. Those who have thought about it and decided yes or no are led to other decisions. If the answer is yes, then other yes or no questions present themselves, such as, what is God? Is there a devil? Where did God come from? Is God good? Has he given me a path to follow? This one, yes, in response to a belief in God, can lead to hundreds if not thousands of questions, each leading to some yes or no. One way to tell how far down the path a seeker is by examining how many yes or no questions he has answered for himself on this and other subjects. On the subject of God, the neophyte has only considered a couple answers. He may figure that God is good, the Bible is his word, and it is his duty to obey that word. For the advanced seeker, the situation is much different. His yes in acknowledging some higher intelligence or God leads him to many questions and many answers of yes and no, which in turn lead to other questions leading to still more yeses and nos. This is the spiral we should always try to follow.